Hi, hello, my name's Than, short for Nathaniel. So today I'm going to kind of break this video into two parts. So first part, I'm going to be reviewing some new skin things. I have all the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skincare. I have the mist, the cleanser, and the cloth. I have the new MAC Loose Powder in the shade Translucent, the Givenchy Skin Caring Concealer in the shade C105, and the new Armani Luminous Silk Blushes. I have the shade 52 Ecstasy. And then in part two, which I'll probably upload a couple days after this video, I want to talk about the new Victoria Beckham brow pencil, the Byredo Remembrance palette, as well as one of the Haus Labs eyeliners. It's the like beigey one. It might just be called beige, just because I've been trying so many waterline pencils, you know, so yeah. I guess I'll start with the mist and the skincare. I freaking love everything. This mist is just so hydrating, and I feel like at every step in the routine, it's beneficial. It's good for right before you put the makeup on. It's good during the application. It keeps everything hydrated, you know, and then also as a finishing mist, makes just, oh, it's just so nice. It's really, really, really nice. Sometimes with more hydrating mists, I feel like even though they take away the powdery look of the makeup, they also can add a bit of like a heaviness. But this doesn't do that at all. It has a really nice mister, and you can do like short little like spritzes, or when you hold it down, that's when you get the more like mist. And it doesn't have a fragrance. Here is the cleanser. So I'll show you a bit. It's like a jelly oil cleanser. Now this does have a scent, but it's just kind of like a natural planty scent. A little bit, smells like a little bit honey-like. Also, if you've smelled like the pharmacy, their exfoliating serum smells like this. Also the Crave Beauty Barrier Relief, I feel like it kind of smells like this too. But it's a very nourishing oil cleanser. So the thing that's different about this versus other oil cleansers, I've tried a lot because I go through them very quickly, especially with, you know, all the swatches I do, multiple looks in one day sometimes. So, you know, I'm removing a lot of makeup all the time. So I've tried my fair share of oil cleansers. What's different about this one is I really do feel, and Lisa talked about this in her video too, I really do feel like it makes a difference in like the hydration of my skin. And because I feel like other oil cleansers, I don't really want to leave them on my skin too long. I want to kind of just get the makeup off and move on to my second cleanse. With this one, it feels so nice. Like, this one feels like an experience. It feels so luxurious. And I've been using this basically every day since I got it, and I switched to it because I tried it and I just picked up another oil cleanser as well. And when I put that one on, I was so shook with how when I took the cleanser off, my skin did feel stripped, whereas this one, it doesn't feel like it's stripping your skin. And I never really noticed that with oil cleansers in the past until this one, and then I can really feel the difference with this one. Sorry, I keep holding up my hand because it's on my hand, but I know you're not really seeing much. Just like a reflection. And you can leave this on as like a treatment as well. I mean, it's literally called the Skin Enhancing Treatment Cleanser. So yeah, I just feel like this is more than an oil cleanser. And before this, I definitely did prefer like a normal oil cleanser in a pump because I don't really like sticking my hands in the jars. I feel like I can't control the amount. But also I've tried other kind of more balm cleansers in tubes like this, and I feel like they're just really hard to kind of spread out and harder to work into the skin. This one, I feel like it still has a little bit of that kind of grippiness, but it's not hard just to spread out. But I do feel like when I go in with the first layer, I kind of spread it all around, get it in there, and then I feel like I do like to add like a little drop more. So she recommends using like a blueberry sized amount, which for most faces is probably gonna be fine, but I feel like I just have a big face, so I need like a blueberry and a half when I clean my face. I'm also obsessed with the towels. So one side of the towel is a really plush microfiber, and then the other side, I guess it would be, is it called a muslin cloth or something? But this side's basically exfoliating, and at first, when I was feeling it, I was like, how is this gonna exfoliate? Like, it feels like really soft, you know? But once you're actually like swiping it on the skin, you can feel like it is exfoliating. So I definitely get that from that. So you don't want to really go hard with this, because you think, oh, it's so soft, I might need to kind of like go in there, but no, you really don't need to use that much pressure. Like, you might irritate your skin even, because it really does exfoliate. So I've already ordered my backup of this cleanser, and also I got 3 more pairs of the cloths, so now I have 8 in total, so that I'll always have one on hand, because I just don't see how I can wash my face anymore without these, and without this cleanser. It takes it to a whole new level. Like, I get so excited to clean my face because it's just so easy and it feels so nice. So yeah, I'm just so thrilled about this skincare from Lisa, and I'm so excited to see what she comes out with next. I'll definitely be getting whatever it is, you know. So along with the mist today, I am going to use her Seamless Skin Foundation with it, and I already did use this combo together in my shorter video. I've been kind of, I mean, you probably noticed, I've been focusing more on like kind of vertical videos for like TikTok and Instagram, just kind of trying to, you know, diversify the type of videos that I'm making. But yeah, I'm happy to be back into this horizontal landscape, you know, long form video for you guys. Yeah, I wanted to really use these together because this foundation on its own, I do like this foundation. However, it dries very quickly. So I kind of felt like it was difficult to work with. However, with this mist, and she did say this mist was supposed to launch alongside the foundation, and I can see why. I think something about them having like that Filamexyl ingredient, I feel like this just makes for a really good sort of primer, and it kind of just enhances the application of the foundation by a lot. And I've tried this numerous ways, super moisturized with an oil, you know, everything, and I still feel like it was just a little tricky to work with. Whereas with this mist, I feel like it blends so seamlessly. So yeah, I'm gonna be using that together today because I feel like they really are meant to be used together. So I have shade 2 of the foundation here, and I'm gonna start by applying it with her foundation brush. So the way I like to use this brush is usually not with foundation. Usually I'll just use it with like cream blush or other cream products, or for like precise coverage. So basically I'm gonna start by applying this over mostly just like my red areas, kind of more targeted, because it is, since like I said, I have a big face. With this little brush, it's sort of hard for me to get all over. But it's nice for that, you know, those target applications. So now that I've sort of went over those like really red areas, I'm gonna rehydrate the makeup with the mist. And then I'm gonna build with the sponge. Going to do a bit of sculpting with the Milk Contour Stick in Toasted. Now on to the Givenchy concealer. Again, I really like this concealer. I got it in the shade C105. So I also have 3 other Givenchy foundations that I'll swatch next to this. Okay, so this top swatch here is the concealer in C105. This is the Prisme Libre Skin Caring Matte Foundation in the shade C105. And then the bottom 2 are the Skin Caring Glow Foundation. So this is one of my all-time holy grail favorite foundations. So I do have it in 2 shades. The top one is C105 and the bottom is N80. Yeah, I would say that the concealer is definitely a good match for these two. It's just only slightly brighter, so I think it would work for both of these. And then N80 is definitely lighter than the C105 concealer. So I did want to showcase the concealer alongside the foundations like on my face, but because I felt it was really important to show the mist along with the Lisa Eldridge foundation, I decided to just, you know, I'll just use this with the Lisa foundation and it'll be fine. This concealer, I just feel like it has really nice coverage and a very smooth application. Very easy to blend as well. Now I'm gonna go in with the translucent MAC powder. So this is the Pro Set and Blur Weightless Loose Powder. I heard a lot of good things about this, so I really wanted to pick it up. It has sort of a well on the top and a mesh cover. So instead of those little holes, it's more of that mesh type. So I have the powder kind of saturated in the puff and I sort of kind of push the excess into the well. So here's with the powder on this side, and then without. So what I noticed about this powder the first time as well, well, one, my makeup really did last nicely, and a lot of times I feel like when I powder, it doesn't help too much, at least in terms of like the mask. I feel like it just makes it more noticeable even where the mask comes off. But this, I felt like it actually did prolong the wear, and it doesn't look dry. So I definitely see a blurring, but I don't see a dryness. Like, it's mattified, but you can still kind of see the glow. I just feel like my skin looks like soft and finished. Actually gonna go in with a little bit of the Peri Para Ink V shading powder and the Shakuta angled face brush. Now on to the blush. This is a very solid powder blush. I mean, it does have a very silky feel. It's not a dry blush. It definitely has that softer touch to it. And it's that perfect pink that I love, that just nice, bright, cool pink. I absolutely love the Luminous Silk Glow Fusion Powder. This is like my favorite finishing powder, as you can see. I mentioned that it's one of the only products that I've ever panned. It's on my OnlyPans page, which I'll link below if you're curious. I'm gonna apply it with the Soyunji Soft Cheek Brush. So you can see these do have, at least this one, and I think they all do, they all have this kind of satin sheen, and then I think there's one that has even more intense sheen. But it's not glittery by any means, it's literally like satin, like as satin as it could be. I am gonna buff just a little bit with the Glow Fusion Powder and the Soyunji Face one. So here is what the skin is looking like with all the products that I used today, before adding a final layer of mist. Just want you to see what everything looks like before the mist. I definitely don't think I look dry at all. Like, I don't look powdery, I don't feel cakey, I don't feel heavy, but I'm curious just to see. I mean, I know the mist is just gonna add, like, you know, even more of a nice glow, but yeah, I mean, I really do, I don't know, my skin feels, I feel like this is like a flawless base right now. Now I'm gonna add my last few spritzes of the mist. So I'll just start with all the seamless skin stuff. I think you already know from the beginning and from my, you know, last video kind of using all this stuff that I love it. I love everything. Really excited to see what she comes out with next. I would definitely repurchase everything here. I mean, I already have. If you had to pick one thing from her new skin collection, I would say get the set that has the cleanser, and it also comes with a pack of 2 of the towels. And because that way you save 50% off on the towels. But I really do think the mist is great, and I think especially if you had mixed feelings about the foundation when you first tried it, try with the mist. I think it's gonna change your opinion because it definitely changed mine. I just feel like it makes the foundation look so much better and just blend easier. Yeah, I really just wanted to explain and showcase how these go together, you know, because I think they're quite literally made for each other. And this concealer too, I think it's just gonna be one of my favorites because it just has a very smooth finish. It has good coverage. It looks very perfected but not heavy. Like I said, I had really high hopes for this because of the Skincare and Glow foundation. I mean, I like the matte one too, but the Skincare and Glow, that really is one of my holy grails. So yeah, I'm happy that this is so far living up to that. I'm also really impressed with this powder. I feel like it's just a really nice powder. I have been trying to test a few different loose powders lately, and I found some other good ones as well. So we'll have to see how this stacks up to those. So far, this one's the nicest. Yeah. I just feel like it doesn't look drying. It's blurring like it says. It's weightless. There's also, I think, like 6 shades. Also, I like the net instead of the holes. I feel like with the holes, whenever I open a loose powder that has those holes, there's like all the product is just sitting on top of the holes. Like it somehow magically just escaped the holes, and I feel like I have to just dump out the excess because you can't even like dip a brush in there or anything to get the powder because it just goes everywhere. It just becomes a mess. So yeah, I definitely appreciate the net. And I also like that it has the well on top, so you can kind of like press the excess into the puff, you know, really get into the puff. And usually I do that anyways into the palm of my hand, but it's nice to have it kind of built into the packaging. And then this blush is great. Very soft. I like the satin finish. I like that it's not a dry powder blush. You know, even though it has that kind of satiny sheen, I don't think it's emphasizing texture. I think it just blends into the skin really nicely. It's not patchy. I may have to pick up a couple more shades of these because they are nice. So that's it for today. Well, not really, but you know, definitely stay tuned for part 2 of this review. I'm gonna be talking about the new By Radar Remembrance palette, also comparing it to the Flora Kalahari palette. I'm gonna be trying the House Labs liner in beige on the waterline because, you know, I've been obsessing over waterline pencils. And then I'm also gonna be trying out Victoria Beckham's new brow pencil, the Baby Blade. So yeah, which I got in shade taupe. So I'll swatch that and have lots of comparisons as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell so you're notified every single time that I upload a new video. Follow my Instagram, Prettier Than Graham, and my TikTok, Prettier Than Talk. Okay, goodbye.